Yes, everybody. Yes, welcome back to another episode of a very special podcast. This is the podcast which talks about all your favorite TV series from yesteryear. Oh yeah, shout out to yesteryear. And then we discuss it over a glass of Chardonnay or water or whatever it is that you're drinking over there.
I've got coffee this morning.
Yeah, she's got some coffee. Anyway, in case you don't know me, because this is your first time at the rodeo, I'm Patrick M. Dunn. The M stands for murder. And I'm joined here, as always, by Kat Halstead, the author, whose new book is out, probably.
Yes, I was going to say, Alone Inside the Night should be available on Amazon in paperback and ebook.
Is this about the Night Stalker?
No, it's not a true crime. It's not a murder. It's a romance.
The title sounds very...
It's a romance.
Sounds very familiar to the Michelle McNamara book.
No. The title came from a lyric in a song I listened to a lot while I was writing this.
Oh.
From a Belinda Carlisle song, because I listen to old music.
Belinda Carlisle?
Yeah.
She's your muse?
She's like my everything. Like, okay, Belinda Carlisle is fucking amazing. I will listen to her until the day I die. Belinda Carlisle comes on the radio for like Heaven is a Place on Earth. That shit gets turned up and the windows get rolled down. Everybody needs to hear that song.
Your hair blowing in the wind, listen to Heaven is a Place on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Pretending you're in Paris with in your convertible with the top down and your hair blowing.
If only. Instead, I'm usually driving down like Garden of the Gods.
Ugh, Garden of the Gods. On your way to Dutch Brothers Coffee, unofficial sponsor of the podcast. Get all your coffee needs at Dutch Bros.
Will you stop that shit, please?
Never.
You're gonna get our asses in trouble.
We're not gonna get in trouble by Dutch Brothers Coffee. Are you kidding me? If anything, they will be applauding us for getting 12 people out there in the world. Actually, we're up to 13 listeners now. We have a new listener.
13?
We have a hot new listener. Yeah, we have that. We have that new girl on Twitter. Shout out to.
Oh yes.
I forgot your name. I'm sorry. But
oh, hold on. I'm in the wrong account. I can find this name and save us both some embarrassment. Apparently not. What the fuck is this shit?
She likes when I say Ouija board us. That's all I remember.
Luella.
Yeah, shout out to Luella. Yeah, shout out to you. She has her own podcast.
I think so, yes. I believe seeing that.
She's a fellow creator. Welcome to the club. We'll send you your membership card. You get discounts at your favorite...
Nowhere. You get discounts nowhere.
At Wawa. You can get a coffee at Wawa.
What the fuck is a Wawa?
It's a gas station chain in like Pennsylvania or something. They have great coffee. They're known for their coffee. They're known for their excellent coffee.
I don't know. We have a Come and Go and 7-Eleven and Circle K.
Speaking of coming and going, tonight we're doing Murder, She Wrote for the second time. Yeah, we're going back to this world.
We're going to go hang out with Jessica Fletcher.
And we're going way back to the beginning. We're going back to the humble beginnings of Jessica Fletcher, J.B. Fletcher, Jessica Beatrice Fletcher.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're doing season 1, episode 5. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Hooray for Homicide. HFH.
Yes.
Yes, so she's had at least, she's had 4 adventures. Actually, the first episode's a 2-parter, so she's had 3 adventures. And tonight we're going into her 4th. And she's leaving Cabot Cove. She's leaving the comfort zone. And she's going all the way to LA. Yeah, so we get our first road trip.
Which is just freaking ridiculous on so many levels.
It's great. This is a fantastic episode of Murder, She Wrote. It's fucking amazing. And I'm glad we got to do it. I'm glad I talked you into it. You ready for the hot air date of Hooray for Homicide?
What is the air date for this? I got confused looking on IMDb.
All right, so we know it aired on a Sunday. It's a Sunday staple. Sunday, October 28th, 1984. Oh, yeah, George Orwell's year. Big Brother is watching you.
Sorry, was that a little too snarky?
No, you just made like a really weird S sound. That's all I heard. And your microphone doesn't pick it up too good, so I always end up cutting that noise out.
Listen, I tried to get the other microphone to work, and it's recording sound at like a whisper level, and it like will not, I can't make it louder. Anyways, moving on.
So tonight, we're going to paint the landscape. Do you want to paint a picture of what it was like living in America in October of 1984?
Please try, because at this point, I'm 3. You should be 3. Depending on the air date, you might still be 2.
Oh no, I'm three. It's October 28th.
You're 3? Okay.
Yeah, it's like we're days before Halloween. Like we're gonna lead it up to it.
I did not know that.
My mom probably dressed me up like E.T. or something, and it's probably like I have probably no memory.
I was a bunny. Or 19. Yeah, I was totally a bunny.
I have no idea what I was.
Or no, I was probably strawberry shortcake. Yeah, I was strawberry shortcake this year.
Okay, if you say so. You say so.
I do say so.
Because we were too young to know what was going on in our little minds, in our fragile little minds. I'm going to have to paint a picture of America in the fall of 1984 via the hot television. It's a hot night of television, I will have to say. It's a very hot night. Probably the hottest night of television ever.
You know, you continually say this, and I am continually let down.
They all can't be Michael Jacobs joints.
Okay, hit me with this stuff. Let's get this going.
All right, I'm going to hit you with your best shot, and I want to take you down to Heaven is a Place on Earth. Those are both not Belinda Carlisle songs. One's a Pat Benatar song, but I thought I was nailing it with the refs, but
you got halfway there.
Yeah. All right. We're going to start off with the alphabet. Our friends at ABC. You ready to find out what ABC was up to on a Sunday night in 1984?
Sure. What did ABC have going on for them this night?
All right. We kick things off at 7 o'clock. It's the 7 o'clock Sunday slot with a little show which originally started in the 50s, I believe, and then it's been revived a few times over the years. A little show called Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Okay.
Ooga. So yeah, this is the revival, the second series, which ran from 1982 to 1986. This one was hosted by Jack Palance, amongst a few others. You may know him from his role in City Slickers. Shout out to Billy Crystal and Jack Palance.
Okay.
The Legend of Curly's Gold. All right, so Ripley's Believe It or Not, if you're not familiar with it, it's a documentary-style series that focused on strange occurrences, odd historical facts, unusual artistic and social activities.
Okay.
And whether the fact, if you believe it or not. But you have to believe it because it's true. Yeah, it's true. As aforementioned, the series has been revived a few times over the years, most recently as of June 2019 on the Travel Channel, which is still apparently a thing. Yeah, believe it or not, that's still a thing.
The only time I watch the Travel Channel is in, like, October when they show, like, all those scary, like, attractions.
Haunted destinations and stuff.
Yeah, the haunted, or, like, all the destinations with, like, the haunted houses where people just go too far.
Oh, yeah, like little...
To scare you.
Yeah, it's like spooky graveyards and stuff.
Yeah.
I think they do have, I think they have, like, a roller coaster show. Do they still have that show?
Probably. I honestly don't know. Like, I can't tell you the last time I put the Travel Channel on.
I have memories of watching it maybe 5 or 6 years ago, but I don't know. I was probably drunk and hoping that a haunted destination show would be on, but it wasn't.
Like, I feel like I don't channel surf anymore, so you don't, like, just stumble upon stuff like you used to.
Yeah, you kind of seek it out. You kind of know what you're going to get yourself. Like, when I turn my TV on, I know exactly what I'm going to watch.
Yeah. I know, like, when I turn my TV on, I'm either going to go pull off a Hallmark movie off the DVR. I'm going to watch My Days of Our Lives. I'm going to watch Ambitions or something, you know, or I'm going to go pull up Netflix and watch something there.
Yeah, you don't Beavis and Butthead it anymore and say, this sucks, change it.
Yeah.
No, you know what you're doing.
Exactly.
You know that you're going to watch Veronica Mars season 4 now on Hulu.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because you're lame. You're fucking lame. That's why.
Fuck you.
All right. You ready for ABC 8 o'clock? You ready for
Yeah, it was on at 8 o'clock.
All right. Are you familiar with a little show called Hardcastle and McCormick?
I'm sorry, what?
Hardcastle and McCormick.
Again, I'm sorry. What is this show called?
Hardcastle and McCormick. Clean the potatoes out of your ears, girl. Jesus Christ.
Hardcastle and McCormick.
Yeah. How many times do you have to say it?
Okay, what's this one about?
All right. This is an action drama series that aired from 1983 to 1986. It starred Brian Keith as Judge Milton C. Hardcastle and Daniel Hugh Kelly as ex-con and race car driver Mark Skid McCormick. Together, they follow up on cases that were dismissed due to technicalities. So I guess they're getting justice at people who got away with crimes.
Okay. Oh, it's Hardcastle, like one word, not Hard Castle. Okay. That makes, like, way more sense.
Did you think this is a show about Nathan Fillion with a boner?
I was like, really confused. I was like, what is hard castle? Because the way you said it, I was like, hold up.
Oh, I put a pause between hard and castle.
You did. And that's why I was like, could you repeat that?
I'm kind of intrigued by the show. I watched a clip on YouTube for a few minutes, and it kind of has like a Dukes of Hazzard vibe.
Yeah, I could see that from like the little pictures I'm getting on the Googles.
Yeah, I'm guessing they were probably going for like a Dukes. This is probably when Dukes of Hazzard was owned America, and ABC is like, you know what? We need to strike while the iron's hot and do Hardcastle and McCormick, but maybe give a little lawfulness to it. You know, make Hardcastle a judge who was wronged by his jury, and you know he just wants to seek justice. Following Hardcastle McCormick, you ready to go to the movies? You ready to go to ABC night at the movies?
Yeah, what was on in the movies?
All right.
Let's pop some popcorn.
Two of my favorite things, wet gold.
Okay, hold on. What?
Wet gold.
Wet gold?
Oh yeah. You ready? You ready for the description of this?
Yes.
All right. This stars future Suddenly Susan star Brooke Shields as a waitress who leads an old drunk man played by Burgess Meredith, and a diver a diver played by Tom Bird, and they're all in a yacht and they're looking for sunken Bahama treasures. I
have no words.
I know, right?
Like, okay, we go from Hardcastle McCormick to wet gold.
We sure do, girl. We sure do. Hold on, want to hear something? You ready for a hot scoop about this night, though? About this movie?
Yeah.
This was the highest rated thing that aired tonight.
I mean, sure, it was Brooke Shields.
We're probably hot off her press of The Blue Lagoon.
I mean,
you know, she took America by storm. People were dying for more Brooke Shields adventures in the ocean and on islands. And ABC delivered, girl.
I mean, she's done Endless Love since then. Sahara.
Plus we get Burgess Meredith.
Because Blue Lagoon was 1980.
Yeah. Plus you get Burgess Meredith, former Penguin, former Oswald Cobblepot. Just what we want in our Brooke Shields adventures, right? An old man, an old washed-up actor. You ready for CBS? You ready to find out what's going on the Tiffany net? I
guess so.
America's Eye. All right, it's 7 o'clock Sunday night. What do you think? What could it be? Tick, tick, tick.
60 Minutes.
Oh, yeah. Followed by topic of tonight, Murder, She Wrote. And hold on. The rest of the night is wild. The rest of the night of CBS is wild. Oh, yeah? All right. Any guess at what was on at 9 o'clock?
None at all.
A popular show from the 70s, now in its final season. A spin-off. This is a spin-off to another popular show.
I don't know. What is it?
The Jeffersons.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, tonight we're in season 11 of The Jeffersons. And did you know that The Jeffersons ended in controversy after CBS abruptly canceled the series without allowing for a proper series finale?
Ooh.
And the cast had no idea. They learned about the cancellation in the newspaper. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Sherman Helmsley picked up his newspaper and read it. Poor Isabel Sanford read about it in the tabloids while standing at a grocery line.
Ooh.
Ugh. Yeah. And
Did
they
these
were
people
pissed.
not call each other once the first one read it? Jeez.
Well, you know, it wasn't in the age of cell phones. You actually had to call someone's house and they might not have been home, and you know how that went.
Yes, I do have vague memories of that.
Yeah, you called. Answer machines were probably like newer-ish. Maybe not everyone had an answer machine.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, you know what? They were stars. They were famous. Had money. They probably had an answering service, but maybe they never checked it. Who knows?
They probably all had an answering service at least.
Yeah. Shout out to answering services. All right. You ready for CBS 9:30?
Yeah. What was on at 9:30?
Another popular long-running series, Alice. Oh yeah, Alice. Also in its final season.
Kiss My Grip.
Yeah. This show starred Linda Lavin, gal pal Linda Lavin, in the titular role about a widow who moves with her young son to start life all over again and finds a job working at a roadside diner in Phoenix, Arizona. Mm-hmm. Most of the episodes revolve around events at Mel's Diner, where Alice is employed. Ooga. Based on the film, Alice doesn't live here anymore, which I've never seen, by the way.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to watch it one day for movie night.
I tried to watch it. It was just not good enough to keep me interested.
Is it a drama?
It's like a drama, and then they go and make a sitcom.
Yeah, that was kind of like the rage back in the day, right? They always made sitcoms based around drama movies like MASH. But hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, did I just say MASH?
You did just say MASH.
Speaking of MASH, coming up at CBS 10 o'clock is the spin-off Trapper John M.D.
Okay.
The ex-MASH surgeon is chief of surgery at a San Fran hospital, starring Pernell Roberts as Trapper John, who I believe this is the third actor who's played Trapper John, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think whoever played him in MASH is not Pernell Roberts, I believe. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Twitter. Do me good. You ready to finish the night? You want to get through NBC real quick so we can get into
Yeah, quickly.
so we can find out about Jessica Fletcher's road trip. All right. We have a 7 o'clock hour. It's a full hour of like abandoned kids. Things start off at 7 with Silver Spoons.
Okay.
This is about a wealthy, young at heart business owner, Edward Stratton III, who's stunned to discover his brief marriage several years ago produced a son, played by
Ricky Schroeder.
I almost said Ricky Schmitz. Ricky Schroeder. And they're now like reacquainted. He's 12 years old and he just wants to live with a father he never knew he had. And his dad's like a giant child himself. So yeah, ooga.
I just remember they had like the train that would go through the house.
Yeah, and Jason Bateman was on it too, right?
Alfonso Ribeiro.
Jason Bateman too, though? Jason Bateman was on it?
I believe so, yes.
He was kind of like the snooty kid next door.
In all honesty, like, I don't remember watching Silver Spoons.
Yeah, it
Like, my family has said I watched it, and I'm like, yeah, probably because you guys were watching it. I was sitting there playing with my blocks, waiting for fame or something.
I've seen episodes of it, but when it was on in syndication in the late 80s, early 90s, it was on at an odd time, a time that I was usually at school. So I would only watch it if I was home from school or if it was the summer.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Yeah, I definitely know like the train that goes through the living room. I know what you're referring to, and I definitely seen episodes, and I recall seeing Jason Bateman and Alfonso Ribeiro, but I couldn't tell you about specific episodes. But it was
Yeah, like I couldn't tell you like the dynamic of anything.
I remember it started out in NBC and it went over to syndication for its like last year or two ish. Speaking of discarded children, the night continues at the Peacock with Punky Brewster. Oh yeah.
Okay, see, this I watched.
Yeah, this is about a child who has been abandoned by her parents. She's taken in by a crusty Chicago photographer by the name of Henry and his dog, Brandon. And it's kind of like a life lesson for both. Punky teaches Henry how to lighten up, and Henry teaches Punky how to be loved. And Punky's joined by her two friends, Sherry and Alan, I believe his name is.
Yeah, Sherry and Alan.
Cherry. It's Cherry, not Sherry.
It's Sherry.
Sherry. And she eventually gets locked in a refrigerator in a very pivotal episode.
Yes, that's like the only thing I really remember about this show besides the bandana that Punky would wear around her leg.
I remember the animated series as well that had like a weird little like gizmo type creature in it named Glomer. Glomer? Was that his name? Glomer?
His name is Glomer.
Yeah, shout out to Glomer. You ready for NBC 8 o'clock? You ready to find out what's been going on at 8 o'clock?
Yeah, it was on at 8 o'clock.
All right. Knight Rider.
Okay.
Starring David Hasselhoff, who plays Michael Knight, a man on a mission. After getting shot in the face, Knight decides to dedicate his life to fighting for justice. He hooks up with self-made billionaire Wilton Knight to be the lead agent in his Knight Foundation's public justice organization, part of which includes the Knight Industries 2000, or KIT, a super-powered, intelligent, souped-up Pontiac Trans Am that can talk, drive 300 miles per hour, is fireproof, bulletproof, and I don't know, it's just an all-around badass car, and voiced by Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World.
Yes. I was like, dude, are you going to fuck this up?
Oh, no.
You're about to have a moment here, man.
I was working towards it, girl. I was working towards it. All right. You ready to end the night?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to the movies again. You ready? You got a little popcorn left? You still got a little pop secret?
Yeah.
All right. Well, save some for me, because we're going to spend 2 hours with The City Killer.
The City Killer?
Yes. Okay. This is about an attractive young woman who is being watched closely by her ex-lover, but matters soon start to escalate and run out of control. Starring Gerald McCraney and our no longer a gal pal, Heather Locklear.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Gerald McCraney and Heather Locklear under the same roof.
That is a weird combo, man.
I know. Do you think that Gerald McCraney's the closely watching ex-lover?
No, he's the police lieutenant who protects a businesswoman from a man who blows up skyscrapers to get her attention.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Do you wish that a man would blow up skyscrapers to get your attention? Is that what you're looking for in life? A man who would...
No.
I don't know.
No. No. Don't put shit like that out there, Patrick. You don't know what kind of crazies are out there.
I know. Maybe a featured Joker is listening. Try to get you to join his cult.
No.
I'm going to throw this out there. I'm kind of intrigued by the City Killer. Kind of want to know more about it.
This is the movie poster. We'll tweet it out.
Ooh. Oh my God.
It is amazing.
Who's that stud muffin playing the, I'm guessing the boyfriend with a stick of dynamite?
Yeah, that would be Terrence Knox.
Ooh, Terrence Knox. I bet you he's got a stick of dynamite in his pants too. Whoa.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, hold on. Fuck, marry, kill that poster right now.
You lost this privilege.
All right, we're going to fuck Terrence Knox. We're going to marry Jill McCraney, then we're going to kill Heather Locklear. If you want to hear more fuck, marry, kills, please tweet us at Very Podcast because Kat gets mad. And I think that's our sweet spot is the good... I don't know, I feel like I throw a good fuck, marry, kill out there, but Kat's got a fucking stick up her ass. A stick of dynamite.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Are you ready to go to Los Angeles? You ready to take a plane, take a red eye?
Yeah, let's call it that.
Because I'm excited about this. I'm excited about Hooray for Homicide. Because that's all I got to say is hooray for fucking Homicide. Because
hooray for Homicide.
We love ourselves a good murder.
Obviously, the title of our future true crime podcast.
Because we love ourselves a good murder mystery while we're in fucking vertical stripe dresses and banging away on a fucking old-timey typewriter writing fucking murder mysteries and making old men fix our leaky sinks. Can we just talk about the guest stars that are in this episode? Because we got some star power tonight.
Yeah, we do have some star power.
Class A, all around Hollywood hotties. We got fucking Lyle Wagner. Yeah, Lyle Wagner as like I don't know, like a producer or something, like some Hollywood honcho.
No, that wasn't Lyle Wagner.
No, that the other guy. The other guy.
I'm like
there was two Hollywood. The producer was on John Saxon, but then there was like a another guy that was Lyle Wagner.
Dude, he's like a guy who actually lives in the freaking town.
Then who was Lyle Wagner then?
He's like, I don't think he was in this episode. He's like somebody who actually like lives in Cabot's Cove.
Well, his name was in the credits.
Where the hell is this show?
His name was in the credits.
Lyle Wagner, it's not even on his like...
He played Marty Strindberg in this episode.
Who the hell was Marty? Why do I not remember this person?
He had a very brief scene. He was the studio boss.
Oh. Okay.
When Jessica goes to the, to find her attorney, he's, like, in charge of the studio.
I had it for someone else, then.
Oh, goodness. His name was the first guest star listed. It said Lyle Wagner. So, we got Lyle Wagner in it. John Saxon, who you may know from A Nightmare on Elm Street. John Astin. Yeah, John Astin.
And Melissa Sue Anderson from Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, yeah, her too.
And then, that guy. Oh, crap. I looked him up. He was from, he did a lot of 80s, drama shows. Like Bare Essence with Jeannie Francis.
Yeah, that guy. Who got, all right.
Shut up. He was the co-star.
The heartthrob guy. The
heartthrob guy.
The, probably closeted gay man that was fucking Eve Crystal.
Morgan Stevens, who played Scott Bennett.
Yes, Morgan Stevens. Shout out to Morgan Stevens playing that guy. All right. I just want to point out, I love how this episode starts. It starts off, we see, we're looking at, we get a camera angle, it's a low camera angle. We see the back of a head sitting in a chair, and all of a sudden this a rope goes around the neck of the head. The rope pulls tight. Some guy's being strangled. Hold on. It's not a murder, though. What is it called, Halston? What's going on?
It's Jessica tried to figure out, the best way to kill her victim in the book. She's got, a dummy made out of pillows that she's trying to decide if she should have the killer strangle him with a rope or use a bayonet.
I love her little writing trick that she just, she has, a murder room in her house, and she just finds these creative little ways to kill her characters.
And she decides that the bayonet would be cleaner than trying to strangle him.
How would the bayonet be cleaner?
I don't know.
Does she not realize that the bayonet is going to create a lot of blood and gore?
I just don't know. I don't understand Jessica. I don't know. So, then she's trying to, write, and she's got her, typewriter set up in the kitchen.
Which I love, by the way. I love that. While
the plumber is doing work, and he's, banging on the pipes. Banging on these pipes. And she's like, could you keep it down? Is there a better way to do this? He's like, no. And I'm like, Jessica, you could be in any room in the house right now.
Any room in your cottage.
Why aren't you in the kitchen?
Yeah, and it just... That was kind of bothering me, too, because... I don't... It just... I feel like she has, a writing den. But do you think that she wants to be closer to, the snacks? What's her...
I mean...
What's her end game here?
Just bring the snacks with you. I think because the plumber's working there, she, wants to be there if, something goes wrong.
You think she's a micromanager when it comes to people doing work in her house? She's that person who has to, be over the shoulder, be like, you're doing it wrong, or you're getting water on my floor. I just painted that the other day.
It's are you sure that's the right color you want to use for that?
My pipe wasn't making that noise yesterday. And now it's making that noise after you were twiddling your thumbs.
Oh my god.
I would hate to, live in Cabot Cove. She's obviously the star resident. Everyone probably knows who she is. She has the most money. She's famous.
Well, if they're all smart, they avoid her because everybody dies around her.
Yeah, but we're in the beginning of her reign of terror.
True.
Where I don't know, it's only 4 weeks in. She's she retired from teaching out of school all those years ago, and she's got bored and just I don't know, wanted to write some good old fashioned Agatha Christie style mystery novels, and she made a couple of bucks. She made a couple of bucks here and there, and I don't know, she's probably on the New York Times bestseller. People know who she is, and everyone wants a piece of that Fletcher empire. So everyone's lining up to do work. But then they start working for her, and they just realize, oh my god, I just want to, I just want to, replace the linoleum on her kitchen floor. But she's just right there. She's right there in your face, telling you you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
You can just hear her clacking away at her keyboard, and it's just annoying. And her phone's always ringing.
Yeah, and then, okay, so, the phone rings. This got to me. This freaking got me, okay?
This is great.
So, her friend calls and says, hey, they're talking about your book on TV. And Jessica puts the TV on, and it's the story's just starting. So maybe there was a teaser coming up that they were going to talk about it.
This happens a lot on television, though. It's always, hey, you need to turn on Channel 5 right now.
But it's this. They're oh, they're talking about it. It's not mid-seed. I was what the heck, people?
Yeah, it's not in case you're just joining us right now, we're talking about J.B. Fletcher's best-selling novel, The Corpse Dance at Midnight. And is being made into a feature film. I love that that's breaking news, too. They have to interrupt the daily schedule to...
Yeah, they interrupted, the guiding light to bring you this news?
We're cutting in right now.
So you can find out that Jessica Fletcher,
world famous author,
J.B. Fletcher, is going to be running off to L.A. to solve a crime there and give us a week break here in Cabot Cove.
But hold on. I love how, all right, so you get the breaking news that they're turning her novel into a Hollywood movie, but it's not what she thought it was going to be. They're going to turn it into a cheap 80s horror movie.
Yeah.
Including a scene where a crazed killer sets torch to a bunch of breakdancers with a flamethrower.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's not in my book. I'm irked. That's not in my book.
Yeah.
She's yelling at the plumber. She's like, I need to call up my publisher right away. I need to seek justice. And she picked up the phone and she's like, if you don't do anything about this, I'm going to take the next flight to Los Angeles to put a stop to this madness. And then we get a quick cutscene of a plane landing.
Yeah.
It's great.
Jessica is oh, hell no, bitches. You're making my book into a movie? I'm going to be on that set micromanaging you all.
Yeah, then she shows up. She's at the, this is where we meet Lyle Wagner. She shows up at Lyle Wagner's office. He's the studio boss. I guess her lawyer is also in the same office because she's I need to talk to, I need to talk to whoever's in charge of this. And Lyle Wagner's well, that would be me. That would be me, Jessica. And she's pissed, and he's this movie's going to be huge. It's going to star Eve Crystal, It's going to be a combination of Halloween, Porky's, and Flashdance, which actually sounds like a decent combo of movies, let's be real.
It sounds like the kind of thing you and I would have watched like a million times when we were kids.
Oh, for sure. And I'm guessing Eve Crystal is this like up-and-coming actress. She's going to be like the new Jamie Lee Curtis, I'm thinking.
Yeah, she was probably destined to be like the scream queen. She was probably like...
Maybe even the next Heather Langenkamp. Hold on tight. We have a Nightmare on Elm Street connection in just a few minutes. But hold on. I love that Jess's lawyer is super busy. Mm-hmm. So she's like, you need to leave. You need to go, but I'll send out one of my junior associates. You can engage in some legal fisticuffs shortly, but like he has no one in mind. He has to find somebody.
He's like, I gotta find somebody who can go deal with this wacky old lady.
And then Jessica's like, well, you know what? I'm gonna take matters into my own hands. She's like, I don't get time for this. So she just shows up at the studio. She's like outside the gate, yelling at the security guard, that poor security guard. And she's like, do you know who I am? I am Jessica Fletcher, as in Jamie Fletcher, author of The Corpse Dance at Midnight. I demand to be led into your swanky Hollywood backlot, where I can tear a new fuckhole in this absurd production of my hard work. And the guy's like, hey, I'm just doing my job, girl.
She is ridiculous. She's definitely got like the whole can I speak to the manager attitude going on. But like everybody, like that the costume designer shows up, knows who Jessica is, and is like, she's with me. It's like, wait, what, bitch?
Can we point out though that, all right, so Jessica she's not in a car like outside the security gate. She's standing on foot. She's outside the gate, just standing there. So she must have just walked over there, I guess. Maybe took a cab, hailed a cab.
2019, this shit would not happen.
No. I love like the costume designer shows. Yeah, so the costume designer shows up. Mater Quintessa is her name.
Yes.
Her gal pal for the episode, not as cool as Sheila in the jewelry scam episode we did a few years back, but hey.
Yes, she's definitely no Sheila.
But all the temporary gal pals can't be winners. I guess she had her own charm, though.
Yeah.
She totally was a potential killer, though. She was in the killers list, though.
Oh, yeah. She was definitely someone I was kind of like, huh.
And she did kind of relate with Jessica because she shared equal disdain for the movie. But hey, she took the job because bitch needs to get paid. Am I right? Am I right, Carol?
Yeah, exactly. She needs the money, and she's the former lover of the producer.
Oh, you mean Jerry Lydecker?
Mm-hmm.
Played by John Saxon, who you may know as Nancy's dad in the first Nightmare on Elm Street film?
Yes.
And kind of like a poor man Jack Nicholson?
Yes.
Poor Jack. Anyway, so Mater's like, hey, you know what? Girl, I feel ya. I hear ya. This movie is just a disaster, but whatever. I'm just here to make the fucking costumes.
Can we be real? She's probably the one who, like, read the book, gave it to the producer, and was like, you should make a movie out of this.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
And then he, like, destroyed it. It's all her fault.
We're kind of getting ahead a little bit, but John Astin plays the director of the film, and he's kind of, like, down on his luck. I'm guessing he was probably, like, this, like, hot director in, like, the 60s, I'm guessing.
60s, 70s, yeah.
Yeah, and he had, like, a string... Like, he probably did a bunch of... I'm guessing those, like, hag horror. He kind of strikes me as a hag horror director.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Maybe did a few Baby Jane wannabes.
Oh, totally.
And he made some coin. Now, you know, the 70s came, the slasher genre was introduced, and I don't know, he's been having trouble adapting. And here it is, 1984. He's trying to get things rolling, and this is like his last ditch effort. This is like his Hail Mary.
This is his last chance.
Yeah, he probably went to Jerry Lydecker, I'm sorry. He's like, you know what? He's like, you need to hire me. Jerry's like, I don't know. He's like, Car is good. Porky's just came out. That's kind of funny. What's that Jennifer Bales movie, Flashdance? Yeah, that's hot. Yeah. I don't know. Let me ask my girlfriend. Mater. You know, she's got her ear to the ground. She knows what's up out there in the world. And, you know, Mater was probably at the beach earlier in the day. She was down at fucking... chilling at the beach earlier, getting her tan on, and reading The Corpse Dance at Midnight. She's like, I don't know, this one's kind of good. It's all right. And he's like, ooh, I like the title. Kind of tickled by that title. Maybe read the sleeve and was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not really my kind of thing. I'm more into cheerleader vampires. That's more up my alley.
Yeah.
But you know, maybe we can buy the rights, tinker with it, maybe change some things around, maybe add some neon tombstones.
Yes, the neon tombstones.
Maybe maybe throw in some breakdancing. That's cool now. A flamethrower. Maybe throw in a flamethrower. That Stephen King Firestarter movie was hot with Drew Barrymore. Yeah, America's tickled by fire starters right now. Maybe throw in a nude scene or two.
Yeah, and then we'll make a hit.
Yeah, you know what? Drop some papers. Let's drop some papers. Let me get Lyle Wagner on the horn, the studio boss. Maybe he can drop some papers, get the lawyers involved, and we could send out a packet. We could send out a packet to that J.B. Fletcher girl in Cabot Cove, Maine. We'll get to it in a minute, but Jess Fletcher just wants to get paid. She's just signing fucking things. She's just signing fucking pamphlets and documents.
She's like, I can't believe I signed this.
Where are you? What's going on? Sorry, I kind of created this whole backstory.
I don't know. You fucking totally lost me.
All right. If Hooray for Homicide came out today, this would be a 10-episode arc on HBO that just dealt with all these intricate little details.
Yeah, it'd be just yeah.
Which CBS just kind of jumps over.
So Jessica gets on the set. She meets people. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, lady. We'll let you just chill here. They just let her hang out. I don't understand this. But I'm coming at this from a 2019 mindset. So
she meets the scriptwriter, and they introduce hey, this is J.B. Fletcher. She's the one who actually wrote the book the movie's based on. So they're all kind of excited about it. Oh yeah, you're the inspo for this movie. Yeah. And then she cranks it to an 11. She goes from a 2 to an 11 right away, and she just is oh my God, you completely ruined my story. You just bought this book because it had a cool title, and now you think you can just do whatever you want with my picture. And Jess is shooketh, and she says this crazy line just because the Almighty gave mankind a taste for lobsters doesn't mean he gave lobsters a taste for being boiled alive.
Yes, that line. Oh my God.
And then Jess is you know what? I'll do whatever it takes to protect my book. Whatever it takes. And because this is Murder, She Wrote, he'll be dead before the commercial. And spoiler alert, he is.
So, okay, so she meets with, her attorney, and it's Horshack from Welcome Back, Kotter. And I got, really excited. I tweeted Patrick. I was like, Horshack! It's Horshack!
So, yeah.
I feel like you were probably who the fuck is Horshack?
So Horshack shows up. He plays Norman Lester, a junior lawyer.
Yeah.
He's creepy in a I've been watching you from the room next door through a tiny peephole kind of way.
Okay, yeah.
And he has some bad news for Jess. Apparently, she had signed some kind of release, relinquishing her rights to the corpse dance at midnight, which she had forgotten about. She had totally forgot about it because, she's busy occupying her free time getting up in everyone's business back home at Cabot Cove because being all fucking nosy.
That's the way to get her to sign that paperwork, though, when she's distracted being in everybody else's business and solving all the murders that happened there.
Yeah, so
So
she feels like a shithead. She's like, oh, you know what? It is my fault. So she wants to, before she heads back home, she wants to apologize to Lydecker.
Mm-hmm.
So she swings by the office. I guess he's not there. He's actually
he's not there, and his secretary is total guard dog mode. You can't talk to him. I don't care. Da 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 da. And it's lady, she just wants to apologize.
Well, the secretary...
You're being, extra.
Well, the assistant was there the day before when Jess, unleashed on him like she was some kind of hound from hell. So, she just wanted to protect her boss. She's like, I don't want Mr. Lydecker, the man who signs my checks, I don't want him to be scolded by this crazy beast from New England who's wearing these hot vertical striped dresses.
Yeah.
Can we very quickly point out, how long is she in LA for? It maybe a day or two?
She obviously planned to at least stay overnight. She probably was like, oh, it's going to take maybe a couple days to sort everything out. So she brought a few outfits with her.
Yeah, because I was going to say, we get a lot of costume changes, but there's no there's no indication of how much time has elapsed.
I'm just gonna guess that she gets there like at night.
Takes a red eye.
Gets there, gets into her hotel, changes.
Oh, for sure.
Out of her flying clothes, because that was totally like something a woman her age would do. And then, freshens up, and then she goes heads over to the studio, try and get this shit figured out. She's not gonna stop and do touristy things.
Yeah, she's not buying a map to the Stars home and taking one of those bus tours, those TMZ tours.
Yeah, she's not out there trying to figure out where Joan Collins lives or anything.
Maybe if she wrapped up business a little early, she figured out her business and she had a few hours, she probably would have done that. But Jessica always...
No, she doesn't have time.
She's always going to add in an extra day just in case there's a murder or two.
Yeah, she's got to just have that extra time prepared.
I can picture her on the phone with her travel agent. She's like, and the travel agent's like, so Jessica, what's your plan? She's like, well, I'm just gonna go out there. I'm gonna meet with the studio head, maybe my lawyers, and then I'll probably be coming home. And she's like, okay, so probably a day. She's like, but everyone, whenever I go anywhere, someone just always happens to turn up dead. So you might as well tack on an extra 2 days just in case.
Yeah.
JIC. And the traveler is like, okay, if you say so. Then she's like, well, here's some excursions you can do. She's like, bitch, I got time for that.
I don't have time for that stuff. You know that, lady.
I'm gonna be dusting for fingerprints.
Pretty much.
If anything, you should send me an assistant.
So yeah, Jessica, she kind of just the first day she gets there, and I think they they get her the legal paperwork that's haha, yeah, guess what? Yeah, we own the rights. We can do what we want. And then she's going to go apologize. I think it's the same day, that first day.
Yeah, probably. So.
And then she stumbles upon the dead body, and that's where things get
dicey.
Freaking ridiculous. This is where things honestly get ridiculous. This is where things go what am I watching?
All right. So the reason why she goes back to the studio is because the quirky assistant insists on Jessica calling him tomorrow, but she's like, no, that's not how I roll. I want to go give him a handshake, a tap on the shoulder, or whatever courteous gesture she's into. So she's like, I'm gonna go by the studio again. And how she gets back in, I don't know, because apparently she was there the day before causing a scene. So why would they just let her back in?
Yeah, she's supposedly banned from the studio, but she still gets in.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel no, I don't think she's banned yet. She's
not banned yet. She gets banned later on, but she still sneaks around.
Yeah.
So yeah, she shows back up. She stumbles into the soundstage, which is it's a backdrop of a cemetery. There's a bunch of fake tombstones. There's creepy little trees. It looks like the Thriller music video, kind of.
It really does.
And she finds Lydecker dead with a little blood coming out of his mouth or something. It doesn't even look like...
Yeah, temple.
Someone hit him over the head with an urn, I guess.
And she sees a gold button on the ground, and she runs to get the security guard.
The security guard is more serious about this job than any of the actual police officers in this episode.
Yes. 100%. 100%.
He immediately is wait, there's a dead body. There's this fucking random lady here. I'm gonna hold on to her. I'm gonna call the police. I'm not gonna let her out of my sight.
Yeah.
The real police arrive. The lead detective is apparently some huge fan of J.B. Fletcher.
Yes. Oh my god, he's fawning over her, and he's asking for advice. It's ridiculous to watch. No cop would do this. Not willingly.
He's apparently some kind of amateur author himself as well.
Trying to get a screenplay sold.
Yeah. So, I don't know. This is great. So somewhere out there in an alternate reality, there's a West Coast Murder She Wrote spinoff called Murder He Wrote. And it's about this cop, this lead detective. It's great.
Yeah, it's and there's cops just smoking cigars, covering bodies. There's just people all over the place, touching stuff.
Yeah, they don't close off the crime scene because people are just showing up.
Yeah.
John Aston shows up, gal pal Marta Quintessa shows up, and they're just people just coming from left and right. The screenwriter, I think, shows up. There's no caution tape around this set.
Yeah, there's nothing to
It's wild.
Stop people from just traipsing all over and touching everything. But hey, and then they're like, oh, someone needs to tell Eve. And they're like, Jessica, you do it. And Jessica hasn't even met the chick.
Hold on. Before they decide that Jessica should tell Eve that Lydecker's dead, she's pinned as the prime suspect, but she's not arrested.
She's like the most obvious suspect, but we're not going to arrest you. We're not going to even take you in for questioning, because I don't think you did it. Well, but you're like the most obvious person. Yeah,
like the lead cop's just kind of like, you know what, my partner's here and the security guard, they suspect you, but I know your books, I know you're innocent. This isn't something you would do, so we're just going to let you go.
Yeah.
And he kind of like whispers in her ear, he's like, I want you to solve the mystery, because I don't know what I'm doing. And she's like, okay, I'm on it. And yeah, and that's when Mater and John Astin decide that she's going to go to Lydecker's beach house where Eve lives to tell her, to break the news that the producer of the film that she's starring in has been murdered. Which,
yeah.
What?
Like, I don't understand. I was like, what is happening? What is that? Like, why would you set this woman who has never met this other woman to tell her that her boss is dead?
Jessica shows up at the beach house. It's actually very nice. It has a nice view, a mini bar, a pool, probably a lot of hot men lounging around in skimpy male bikinis. This is Hollywood after all.
Mm-hmm.
And Eve is visually intoxicated. And Jess is like, you need to sober up. And she throws her into one of those outdoor showers and hoses her down with cold water. It's great.
Yes. And Eve is like, what the hell?
And then Eve is just like, all of a sudden she's instantly sober. Sober enough to have some hard, cold facts dropped on her.
Yeah.
Jessica's like, your boss is dead. Your boss has been murdered. And then,
like, wait,
then
what?
we cut. Then we get a quick cut, and now Jessica's, I don't know, she's like out in the streets or something, like maybe at the studio, I don't know where she is, but she's getting like hassled by the press. And they're like, did you kill John Lydecker? Is it true that Eve Crystal gave Lydecker one of those Brentwood hellos? They're just like shouting stuff at her.
Yeah.
And she's like, get away. Like she's not used to this paparazzi life.
No, she's not. It's so ridiculous. This is just so ridiculous. That's all I can say.
Then the lead detective shows up again, and he's like, all right, everyone, calm down. We have a suspect in custody, technically speaking, but it's a ruse. It's all a ruse, because the detective thinks the real killer will rest and give Miss J.B. Fletch the opportunity to snoop around a crime scene without shackles for the next 30 minutes, which she does at an expert level, may I add.
Yes, she does.
As the old Hollywood adage goes, the show must go on. The show must go on.
Yes, so they're going to keep filming this movie, and Jessica walks onto the set, and it is the most ridiculous thing. You sent me a clip of this, and then, like, I saw it in the actual episode, and I still was like, what is happening?
The exact soundstage where Jerry Lydecker was murdered, and apparently is not sequestered off, it's not boarded off, not, shut down.
The police aren't still gathering evidence. It's not like closed off or anything.
The chalk of the dead body outline has been like brushed off. It's no longer there. The movie started, and it's like a weird Michael Jackson Thriller-esque type music video, but also like a little shades of Flashdance. So I guess that's where the Flashdance aspect of it comes in. So there's like neon lights like around the tombstones.
Yeah, that alone is like just the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm like, is this a graveyard in Las Vegas?
It has like a Jerry Schumacher, Batman and Robin, Mr. Freeze kind of vibe to it, with all like the neon, all the neon lights.
Yes,
it's wild. There's that dried ice fog. We got all these like horrible looking 80s dancers with like the big hair.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild. Strobe lights. And so, hold on. After the scene is done, after, they finished filming the scene, we learn that John Astin is broke. He's broke.
He needs this movie to happen. He needs the hit.
Motive alert. Hold on. the original scriptwriter is back on the project. What? And wait, hold on. Mata Quintessa used to live at the beach house before Eve made it her fuck shack?
Ding, ding, ding.
Uh-oh. We're getting our gallery of rogues. Yeah, but hold on. Before Jessica can do anything with that information, we learn she is now banned from the set.
Oh no! Whatever will Jessica do with her days?
Side note, this is just happening now.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Oh, well, this is also about the time she gets brought in for questioning.
That is true. But hold on. Because she can't go back on the set, she links back up with Horseshack, and she's like, I need you to do some snooping for me. And, he does a little snooping. We learn that Eve, Crystal, and her male co-star were fucking on the set.
Yes, they were having a thing.
Yeah, Jessica then, I guess she finds some dailies of the movie, and she's watching it in a private movie theater that...
These are, the videos that John was... film that he was, last watching, and it's, Norman, a.k.a. Horseshack's, uncle is the projectionist.
Yeah, that's
weird. And he's tell him he needs to come to Friday night dinner.
That was very odd. So, now, what about the missing button? That's coming back into play, right?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah. So Jess manages to sneak back onto the back lot, and she swings by the ladies' wardrobe building, which is a cute little boutique-ish looking type place.
Yeah.
And Jess is going through racks of clothing, and she mentions the little gold button, which we find out is an accessory to a hot number that was signed out by Eve Crystal but never returned.
Well, it's for the majorette. It's for the marching band costume.
Yeah, but...
And it's the only costume that is not accounted for.
Yeah, whoever took it out never returned it. So Jess is like, you know what, I'm going to go visit her trailer, see what's going on. But hold on. She gets to the trailer and nearly gets plowed down by John Aston. And we get a little, foot chase scene.
Yes. And Horseshack is there. And never in my wildest dreams did I believe that I would see Gomez Adams and Horseshack tackling each other. And I don't know what to do. I don't know how to process any of this.
It was strange the way it transpires, too. So Jess goes into the trailer. She immediately gets plowed down by John Aston. John Aston, runs out of the building. Jessica tries to chase him, but, she's a 63-year-old woman. She can't be running. And she, out of nowhere, I don't even know where Norman comes from, but Horseshack shows up out of nowhere. He tackles John Aston. All of a sudden, 2 squad cars show up.
Yes. The timing of this is just amazing.
And so it's the lead detective, and then and it's the cigar smoking other cop. And
yes,
Jess is like, "Hey, John Aston's the killer. He had the button." And the lead detective's like, "Oh, that all makes sense now. Yeah, we got the killer."
No, what?
How? Yeah, it's just oh yeah, he had the button.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be what button? What are you talking about, Jessica? What button? This is just something you just brought up. We never saw a button. This is just some weird fact that you made up. So we're gonna go with it. That's proof. Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, what?
Mystery solved. Or is it? Yes. So now, hold on. This is great. Jess decides to throw herself a farewell party at the beach house with all her newfound friends.
Because, yeah, why not?
We got, so it's Gal Pal, Marta Quintessa, superstar on the making, Eve, Crystal's there, the dreamy male co-host, the writer of the script. They're all there, all the potential perps. And Jess busts out the champagne bottle. She pops it. They get a little day drunk. And then she blurbs some weird line that John Aston is not the killer. And then everyone starts slipping out one by one, very strangely, until it's just her and Eve.
Bye! We're just going to get out of here before this crazy lady tries to pin it on us.
Yep, but for some reason, Eve sticks around. She stays behind. And Jess is like, all right, I know you're the killer. And Eve's like, what are you talking about? And then, hold on, we get the profound Jess Fletcher moment where she narrates the murder scene and we get it acted out because,
Yeah.
She's written dozens of dime store mystery novels and acts out fake murders in a Cabot Cove cottage, so she knows.
She knows what's what.
She knows what's up. So, I guess Eve showed up on the set, kills Lydecker, and leaves, but John Aston shows up because Eve dropped the button, so John Aston took the button for, I don't know why he did.
And wiped the urn because he knew it had to be her.
Yeah, he was sticking up for her. I don't know, he wanted to take the fall.
And he didn't want the movie to get shut down. He needs the hit. He needs the money.
Yeah, he didn't want the controversy. But Jess started putting things together because she learned earlier in the episode from Norm that Eve has diabetes mellitus. And when she had showed up at the beach house earlier, she was just pretending to be drunk because she knew that her skin was flushed because of her reaction to the diabetes medication. Okay, Jess.
Okay.
Eve's like, oh, you caught me. And then we get the classic, now are you going to turn yourself in or should I do it? And then Eve and Jess hug it out. Eve goes to jail. Jess goes home. John Aston is still probably broke. Mater Quintessa probably gets another job. The police detective lives out the rest of his life being the West Coast Jessica Fletcher. But what about Norman? The world may never know.
Poor Norman.
The world may never know.
Hopefully he became a hotshot, like, Hollywood studio attorney.
Oh, yeah. He was, like, protecting the stars, saving them from scandals and controversy.
He's the fixer.
Oh, yeah. He's the Kerry Washington of this world.
Yep.
Ooh. So, all in all said and done, how many fingerprint wiped clean urns would you give this episode?
4.
4 out of 5?
4 out of 5.
I'm gonna give it the same. It would have been a 5, but the wrap-up doesn't make any sense at all to me. Like, I feel like we didn't learn...
Yeah, the wrap-up makes no sense.
I mean...
Like, I would have... Like, if it had been the costume designer, I would have been like, oh, yeah, totes.
So, I guess the motive for Eve killing Lydecker was he knew about the affair with the co-star, and she killed him because of that.
Maybe it was because he's like, you're mine and mine alone?
I mean, well, I guess he gives her the beach house.
Yeah, where is she going to live? Because it's his, so who did he leave it to? We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, do you think Mater took it back? Mater came back and claimed it?
Maybe. Depends on when he changed his will and who he left stuff to.
He probably didn't have time to change his will, though. Let's be real.
Exactly, so it's probably still in Mata's name.
He had vampire cheerleaders on the mind. He wanted to make vampire cheerleaders too after this movie. Mm-hmm. So do you think the movie was ever made? Do you think they ever finished up?
Nope.
You think they didn't recast Eve Crystal with somebody else?
Nope, they probably just forgot all about it.
Dead and buried, just got squashed.
Yeah.
It's something maybe 20 years later. It's 2004 and Eli Roth uncovers the script and he's like,
let's make this.
Maybe I should go back and make this movie. And he's going with the original script, not the Jessica Fletcher book version. So she comes crawling out of Cabot Cove once again to shut down production. Yeah, so I mean, I think all in all, it was a fun little jaunt. I love we get to see crazy Jessica Fletcher just being nosy, and
she's just all over the place in situations she has no business being in.
No, that bitch should not even been allowed on the studio to begin with.
Shouldn't have been in the studio. She shouldn't have been on the back lot. She shouldn't have been in the. Oh my God! And she shouldn't have been the one to go tell Eve. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know she kind of has. I kind of get a sense of authority whenever we see her.
Mm-hmm.
I guess she does exhibit that trait, but these people fucking don't know her. They just met her. They just met the bitch.
Yeah, they met her 10 minutes ago, and they're like, "Yeah, you go tell her that this guy is dead."
Whatever.
Wouldn't this be news better coming from John Aston or Marta or somebody else?
Maybe the police?
Yeah,
trained professionals?
Not some random woman who was hanging around the set and found the body.
And throws your ass
and is the main suspect.
And then throws your ass underneath a cold shower?
Yeah, what the hell?
Girl just wanted to have a party and skinny dip with boys at the beach. And fucking this old bag shows up. This old fucking 64-year-old woman shows up. And she's like, You're Mr. mistress, your mad mistress has been murdered, and I'm gonna find out who done it if it's the last thing I do. And he's also damning it, he's sullying my good name. He's stolen my property. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Just go back to being a dominatrix in a dungeon, Jessica Fletcher.
Oh my god.
It was a fun episode, though. It was a fun little jaunt. We got to see John Astin. We got to see Lyle Wagner. We got to see fucking Horshack.
Horshack, yes.
Horshack.
That's the one I was really excited about because I didn't expect it. And I was like, yes, Horshack.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Mr. Carter, Mr. Carter.
Any last minute thoughts on Murder, She Wrote, or Hooray for Homicide, or Mr. Cotter?
I just think Hooray for Homicide would be a totally awesome podcast name if it's not already taken.
We'll Google it. You know, I don't think it is, because I definitely Googled Hooray for Homicide earlier to get some tidbits about this episode, and I didn't see it, so I don't know, maybe Salty Rock Media has a true crime podcast coming.
Oh, nope, it exists.
Oh, does it?
Wait, no. That's just a podcast about Murder, She Wrote. They're just podcasts about Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah. I've listened to it before.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so next week, I'm really excited about next week. I don't know about you, but this has been a long time in the making. We haven't gone to this show yet, but we've talked about it.
Yes. I'm so excited. You don't even, oh my God.
We're gonna go down that Richard Mulligan well again.
Yes.
We went down it once before we did Soap, but we're gonna go into another Susan.
We went down it twice before. You forgot that he was in Babes in Toyland.
Oh, I did forget. Sorry, yes. Girl. R.I.P. Ouija board us, Richard Mulligan. Tell us what it was like working with Drew Barrymore on the set of Babes in Toyland in 1986.
And Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Keanu Reeves. And some weird song about Jose Canseco.
Yeah. Right. It wasn't Jose Canseco, it was Pete Ross.
Oh, Pete Ross.
Or Pete Rose.
Pete Rose.
Pete Rose.
I'm sorry, I mixed up my baseball disgraces. Yeah, so next week,
oh my God,
we're going to go into the world, another Susan Harris sitcom. So we've done Golden Girls, we've done Soap, but we haven't done Empty Nest. No, but we're going to do it. We're going to go down that well, and I'm excited. We found a fun episode. I'm really looking forward to doing it, and it's going to be great. I hope you guys like it. I hope you enjoy it.
So excited.
This is our last episode of August before we get into our September Madness, our anniversary month. 5 years of this fucking podcast. That's all I got to say. All I got to say, girl. And
how is that fucking possible?
We got some surprises for you that we have yet to conjure up, but we will be conjuring up soon. And speaking of conjuring, we also got to conjure up some spirits because we're coming up to Here Comes the Booze.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we got some surprises there, too, that we haven't yet to figure out. And yeah. The rest of the year, all I got to say is the rest of the year is going to be lit.
Yes.
L-I-T, capital L, capital I, capital T. I don't know, tell a friend about the pod, tell your grandmother, tell your aunt, tell your coworkers, tell your strangers on Twitter, maybe your nephew, tell your 4-year-old nephew, who knows? Tell everybody, tell your dog.
Okay, Patrick, you're cut off. You're making no sense now. I have to cut you off.
All right. Where can you follow Adventures, Cat? Also the author. Where can you follow Adventures?
You can find us on Twitter at Very Podcast. You can find us on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook at A Very Special Podcast. Do not accept invitations. You can find us at saltyrockmedia.com, a veryspecialpodcast.com. You can find us on YouTube, iTunes, and Podcoin.
Yes. What is Podcoin? Can I tell you about Podcoin?
Might as well.
All right. So it's a hot new app. Yes, Podcoin is a hot new app in which you can earn cash. Yes, you can earn cash listening to not only our podcast, but virtually every other podcast out there. And all you have to do is go onto the App Store or Google Play, download it, and if you want to earn 300 Podcoins right off the bat, just sign up with our special code. Oh yeah, a special code, very special, and you will earn those points right off the bat, and you can use those points to redeem them for hot items like Amazon gift cards, Starbucks cards, or you can even donate to charity. So do it right now, and do it often. And as always, girl, as always,
bye!
Watch the skies for Jessica Fletcher's TWA flight.